Hi everyone. So now it's winter, which means our hands are getting colder, and of course, we have to answer the question, how do we warm up our hand quickly? So, as you can see right now, my hand is a little bit pale because I haven't played right now, so it means it's in a cold kind of state, and I need to warm it up before I play. So, this is probably a situation you've encountered many times, and there are numerous tricks or tips that people usually give here. For example, some people like to run them under warm or hot water. Some people like actually to do the opposite, to kind of let the hand warm up itself under cold water. That's also interesting. Some people recommend, wearing gloves or just blowing with hot air and stuff like this. And of course, I've tried all of them, yeah, because I had to play in those situations where my hand was cold and I had to warm them up sometimes without playing. The main problem here is that, for example, if I run my hands under any kind of temperature water, let's say hot, okay, so it stays hot for about 15 seconds after I stop, even if I let it run for a minute, it stays like 15 seconds and then it, goes back to cold. It's the same for this kind of reverse strategy with putting cold water, I mean, or lukewarm water. It just works for a very short time and then goes back. And I think it's because it doesn't necessarily promote the flowing of the blood enough. It might do that for a bit, but the best way usually to do it is by moving the muscles, and then activating it this way. So if you do have a piano that you can warm up on, let's say for example you're just at home practicing, okay, then I think the most important thing here is that you should not start too quickly, right? If you just jump right ahead, if I do this, my hand will not catch up with me, because all the tendons are cold, all the muscle, everything's cold. So why should I just go ahead and give it, 100%? So the best thing to do is probably, if you pick a slow passage, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't have to be a passage. It can be like a Hanon. Very actively kind of playing and engaging each finger, really kind of more on the slow side. Yeah, it doesn't matter like if you're playing a sonata, and then the miracle actually of this method is that I was thinking, okay, nothing's really happening, I'm not doing enough for the hand to activate. But if you keep doing it for about maybe 2 or 3 minutes, continuous non-stop playing in a slow speed, then all of a sudden you will feel your hand is getting warm, because it's slowly ramping up and slowly increasing the blood flow, etc., which is really nice. It's way better than if you start to play too quickly. Even half tempo or so might be too quick. I mean, it's not too quick that you injure yourself, but at least if you play too quickly, you're putting a lot of stress on your tendons, and it could potentially lead to injury if you didn't strengthen those tendons enough, and etc. So it's more the safe option and also the more efficient option to start slowly, pick a slow passage, and even though you might not feel anything for the first 2 minutes or so, after maybe 3-4 minutes you will find, oh, actually that it's warming up quite nicely, and then you can ramp up the speed. Now the question is, now what if I don't have a piano and I need to play, for example, a composition or a concert? Yeah, then I think the best thing you can do here is get a table and start playing, yeah, slowly. As I said, it might work for some people to run it under hot water, cold water, lukewarm water, whatever, gloves, all of that business. It might work for you. If you're in the same category like me that it didn't work, table playing and doing the same thing is actually the closest thing that gets you to warm up. So in this sense, I think if you are preparing or you're sitting in the back, waiting for your turn in a competition, do some table practice. And sometimes they have pianos as well, of course, in the back. Otherwise, if you have no option, just do table or on your knee or something. And if you're just casually playing or practicing, start slowly and ramp up. Yeah, this is to prevent injuries and also to get you ready to play faster later on. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next one.